So recently, Mojang has been, well, teasing something very interesting in Dungeons 2. Oh, I'm kidding. It's a new dimension. Like, there's gonna be a new dimension in Dungeons 2. And they're teasing it, like, a lot. And yep, this thing has been teased since way back when the Warden Portal was added. And now, things are really ramping up because, well, Dungeons 2 is finally gonna let us go inside that portal. And of course, it had to start in a spin-off game because regular Minecraft just don't make big changes like that, like nowadays. So, something as big as a new dimension is being added into Dungeons 2, and well, it has leaked recently, and I have seen a small snippet. I haven't seen a lot. Just, it's leaked, so yeah, just to be warned if you don't want to know, but I'm pretty sure for a Minecraft community, they're like, yes, a new dimension, oh yeah, we can finally see how it looks and stuff. And just for those who haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil what it looks like, but you'll be surprised. But anyway, Minecraft Dungeons 2 is introducing a new dimension, and it makes a lot of people think, alright, so there's gonna be a new dimension in Minecraft Dungeons 2, so does that mean, by it being connected to the Ancient City portal, does that mean it's gonna come into the base game eventually? And just to let you know, I don't know. I don't know what Mojang is going to do, but for me, yeah, there's going to be a new dimension shown in Dungeons, but does that really mean that it's going to show up in the base game? And for me, personally, I do think that it will, but I don't know if it's going to be, like, fully how it is in Dungeons. Like, let me explain, because, well, if you look at everything that's have appeared in Dungeons that have actually shown up in the base game, it's not, like, exactly one-to-one. Ice Ultra could have been that, but it lost, so, who knows? But that is something to say, because, well, Dungeons definitely does have stuff that get added to the base game eventually, and something as big as a big, new dimension, yeah, that seems like something that could be added. Everything else that is in Dungeons is, like, in some way, like the base stuff, like the overworld, the nether, the oceans and stuff. That stuff is now in, well, that's always been in base Minecraft, so the new dimension should definitely be in there because it makes sense. But I'm just saying, it's probably not going to be anytime soon because that is huge. Like, as I said earlier, currently Minecraft doesn't really make big changes like that. Everyone is actually for the end update, but the end update hasn't happened. So now that Mojang is announcing this new dimension, new shiny dimension, everyone's like, oh yeah, let's add the new dimension to the base game. And I'm like, we're gonna be like ways away. Like, I would love to be surprised for like Mojang to show up in 2027 and be like, hey guys, the new dimension update, let's go before the end update, which would be crazy. But if they do that, I'll be fine with that. But for me, I don't think that's gonna happen. We're probably far off from a new dimension. Like, it could happen. Yeah, it's probably gonna come later down the road, but like not now, because a lot of people are looking at like different like context clues, like the new maps and stuff, and being like, oh yeah, Mojang is definitely gearing up for a new dimension. And I'm just gotta say, we're in a drop system, and they definitely not gonna add that like immediately. Like at some point, again, like at some point, but like not now, because we're still in the drop system, and drop 4 has yet to be released and announced, and drop 4 is definitely not going to be a new dimension, because if a new dimension is drop 4, then that would be so strange. They probably have even less content than the Nether did when it was first added. So I don't think that's going to be the case, but eventually it will be a big update down the road. But outside of that, I have another question related to, well, a new dimension being added to the game. What does that mean about the end update? Because the end update hasn't happened yet, so adding a new dimension before that kind of doesn't make like complete sense. Did Jep say earlier that he wanted to update all of the dimensions before adding a new one? Or is that at least what the developers thinking? They could have changed their mind. They changed their mind over like some stuff, like sitting in Minecraft. We got that now, and some other stuff as well. So maybe they did change their mind. They're like, you know what? Screw the end sucks. Let's add a new dimension instead. Which that would be crazy, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Like, I hope not, because that makes no sense. The end being barren, like the end deserves to be updated before adding another dimension, and that's why I say it might be far off, because I don't imagine like adding a new dimension is a whole new sector of Minecraft. That's way more than updating the end itself. So that has to come after the end update at least. And if it doesn't, again, I will be surprised, but it has to be beyond like the end update, because the end update has to happen like eventually. So that has to be before that, because, well, it has to be after that, because the end, yeah, you can update that, but the new dimension is a whole new thing, and they're gonna have to really like lock in terms of like how they could make this thing actually fit in the game and actually work. So it's a lot more than just adding Enderite to the end. So I'm just saying, like, this probably gonna be a while because we still have yet to get the end update, and maybe the new dimension, yeah, it could come to the game, but I'm not expecting it to be anytime like soon, like next year, like maybe like next year. It could be like the end. I don't know if the end update's gonna come out next year. I wish. I mean, I sure do wish, but yeah. If anything were to come out next year that would be like big, or like anything like coming out like next that are big, then it definitely would be the end update because, well, earlier before the caves and cliffs, we had the Nether update, which was the original big like want for the community. So the end update is probably going to happen first before a major dimension, which pushes us off like quite far off. I don't know about far, but like it's not going to be immediately. Obviously not immediately, but it's not going to be like, I don't think it's going to be before the end update. Like the end update definitely got to happen like at some point, but a new dimension is probably going to be after that. So it would be cool. I mean, the new dimension, like just being a thing in Minecraft in general, like that's huge. Like there's not been something like that in Minecraft since back when the end was added. Like the end was the newest dimension back when like before 1.0. So it's really been that long since a new dimension's been added to Minecraft. And ever since, like the idea of a new dimension being in the game, it's been like a wish and like dream for like most of the community for like a long while. So the fact that we're getting a new one just in a spin-off game, which is more than enough for a lot of people because we actually get to see what a new dimension in Minecraft could be, especially after it being teased back like way back in 2021. Because I do remember back then when like you had this like huge structure, and when people found out that there was a portal, like a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, Mojang is actually planning on adding a new dimension, and all the new dimension like discussions was like going like crazy and stuff. And for me, I was like a firm believer, like yeah, like this could go into like something that's like new dimension related, but there was like some skepticism about it. Like it could be like something that just summons a billion warriors or something like that, but not like a new dimension. But it seems like at this point, after like years of speculating, it is going towards a new dimension. Like it actually is a new dimension. So we're just like a couple of steps away from getting there. We just gotta like wait a little while because, as I said, it's probably not gonna be immediately, but there's definitely something that's happening there. Or we all could be wrong and Mojang's just doing this for Minecraft Dungeons 2 as a marketing tactic, and they're not gonna add a new dimension to the base game, which that will be quite disappointing. Even more disappointing when it said that stuff back in when the Fireflies was coming out. But I don't know if Mojang is gonna actually do that. Like if they're doing something like this, they definitely got to be putting something in the base game. I mean, I don't know. Like Mojang can have different ideas. Like if you like the portal in the base game, then again a billion wardens show up and then you get like blown to bits. I don't know. It's probably gonna be something dimension related in the game, and yeah, I hope it does come to the base game because we don't need this to be a dungeons only thing. There's so many things that dungeons does that I wish the base game do as well. But if this stays as like there's a good amount of stuff in dungeons that will be fine staying in dungeons, but if this is one of those things that just stays in dungeons, yeah, that will be disappointing. But here's hoping that a new dimension could come out, but when it does, it probably is going to be after the end update and probably after a gazillion drops. I don't know how long or how many drops are going to be in between that and then, but until then we have to wait and see. But if I have one thing to say, we're definitely getting a new dimension. Like they can't be like tricking us like this. Like we can't get Birch Forest Free 2 nowadays, am I right? Like we're gonna have to wait until like 2056 just to see a glimpse of like a portal just lighting up, and then we jump in it and it doesn't do anything. You have to wait until like even more years just for it to actually go somewhere. And then once you go in there, there's invisible blocks. I'm just spitballing here. But what do you guys think about the idea of a new dimension being added into the game? Do you hope it gets added to the game, or do you think it will or won't? Like you can ask that in the comments, because for me, I already said what I have to say, and you can say in the comments of what you feel. So see you next video. Later.